You know, we have a problem in this country with insomnia. Now, every adult knows this. You either have insomnia yourself, or you're just not getting enough hours sleep, or you know somebody in your family that just has problems with both. They don't get enough sleep, they have trouble falling asleep, but we never think of this in terms of our kids. And there's some great information released lately about how the lack of sleep deprivation is affecting our kids. And I know I have this discussion with my wife all the time. We can't understand why school has to start at 7 a.m. or 7:30 in the morning. And kids have to get up, like my kids get up. I get up at 5:15 every morning just to get my one kid on the bus by about 10 after 6. So, you know, that's really early in the day, and I don't think it's necessary. I think they could shorten the school day, get a lot more done, and kids would feel better. You know, because they have activities after school, they have all these issues going on that they need more sleep. And so as parents, we need to start paying attention to not only helping our kids get better sleep, but just making sure that they're having the amount of time they actually need. One of the studies that was just released shows that there's a 3-fold increase in suicides in kids that get less than 8 hours of sleep a day. Now that's pretty amazing. In fact, in that study they were talking about that 73% of high schoolers get less sleep than they actually need. In fact, I think the number was less than 7 hours of sleep. There was a portion of about 23% that get less than 6 hours a night. That just doesn't cut it. I mean, the brain is growing in your teen years and it's developing all the way up until you're about 25. You need to sleep. Kids in high school need to get a minimum of 8 to 10 hours sleep a day. So make sure that's happening for your kids. One of the other studies that I read pretty much tied just about every chronic condition for your kids into a lack of sleep, whether it was diabetes, obesity, suicide, all these different issues, increased drug abuse, increased alcohol consumption. All these things go up with a lack of sleep. And probably the most disturbing part of it was the fact that 81% of these kids end up in a doctor's office complaining of lack of sleep, and they get a drug that's never been used or put through a trial for children, and it's, you know, a sleeping pill. And so there's better alternatives than that. You know, as parents, I'm an herbalist. I just give my kids herbs. There's things out there that you can do that are natural remedies for a lack of sleep and help your kid fall asleep. Maybe you want to take their electrical devices away a good 2 hours before they're supposed to sleep. It helped them a lot. The light coming off of their iPhones and their iPads can disrupt your brain and throw off your circadian rhythm. So all these little things can help, but just pay attention. If you have kids, especially high school kids, and they're not getting enough sleep, start paying attention and do something about it now, because you're going to be creating the habits that they'll take throughout their entire life.